Emotional Turmoil and Unexpected Encounters Chapter 511 to 520. Liberty confronts Hank with incriminating evidence, threatening to expose his financial misconduct and jeopardize his job. Despite Serenity's advice to use the evidence as a scare tactic rather than reveal it, Liberty insists on having the upper hand in the divorce negotiations. Unbeknownst to Liberty, Hank's job is already at risk due to Zachary's plans to undermine Waltham Electronics. Hank's distressed expression reveals his fear of losing his job, especially knowing that Liberty was once a capable finance director at the company. They had a long-standing relationship, and Hank proposed to Liberty due to his own insecurities and desire for her to leave the company. They agreed on terms for their marriage, with Liberty becoming a stay-at-home wife and mother. As time went on, Hank's career flourished while Liberty focused on their home and child. However, Hank's plan to wait until Sunny started kindergarten to divorce Liberty was disrupted by unexpected events, including Serenity marrying Zachary. Hank begins to question his choices and realizes that driving Serenity away and taking in his nephew may have contributed to the deterioration of his relationship with Liberty. Jessica, witnessing the evidence and the tension between Hank and Liberty, becomes gloomy. Hank, lost in his thoughts, notices Liberty's changed appearance and wonders if it's due to her struggles with returning to work or the recent events involving Sunny. Despite their current conflicts, Hank acknowledges Liberty's former beauty and the life they once shared. Hank realizes that Liberty possesses evidence that could jeopardize his job and his financial standing in the divorce proceedings. He understands that Liberty has the upper hand and agrees to discuss the divorce terms with her. Liberty presents her conditions, stating that she will not ask for a share of Hank's house and car but expects compensation in other ways. She plans to take back the money she invested in the house's renovations by destroying the refurbishments. She also demands custody of their son, Sunny, and a monthly child support payment of $3,000. Hank's gloomy expression reveals his frustration and Jessica questions Liberty's bold request for money since she did not earn anything herself. Liberty justifies her demands, stating that she contributed to the family by allowing Hank to focus on work and taking care of household responsibilities. She also mentions that Hank used joint money to buy expensive gifts for Jessica. Liberty emphasizes that if Hank resists, she will file a lawsuit demanding the return of all the gifts he gave Jessica. She reminds Hank of the consequences of their affair being exposed and how it would affect their reputations. Hank is torn, as he realizes he will have to give Liberty a significant amount of money, which weighs heavily on him. Hank agrees to divide the property with Liberty in exchange for her promise not to report him to his boss. However, he refuses to give up custody of their son, Sunny, as he fears his parents' reaction and is unwilling to let go of his only child. Liberty expresses her frustration with Hank's desire for custody, splashing her juice on his face in anger. Jessica tries to intervene and clean up the mess, but Liberty dismisses her and asserts her rights as Hank's legal wife. Hank tries to justify his actions regarding Sunny's well-being, claiming that the incident was an accident and that they have taken measures to ensure it won't happen again. He mentions that his parents have moved in with him to take care of Sunny. Hank offers to transfer half of his savings to Liberty if she agrees to give up custody of Sunny and finalize the divorce. He suggests going to the city hall to complete the formalities. Liberty requests some privacy to talk with Jessica alone. Hank and Jessica exchange looks before Hank leaves, trusting Jessica to handle the conversation. Jessica insists Liberty should have a civil discussion without resorting to physical actions. Hank concerned about leaving Jessica alone with Liberty, fearing that Liberty might get physical. He recalls a previous incident where Liberty brutally beat up Jessica when she caught them in a hotel. Liberty assures Hank that she won't harm Jessica and promises to return her in prime condition. Hank reluctantly leaves the room, allowing Liberty and Jessica to have a private conversation. Jessica asks Liberty about the purpose of their discussion. Liberty clarifies that she is not trying to win Hank back, as he no longer cares about her. Liberty is independent and believes she can live without Hank. Liberty questions Jessica's readiness to be a stepmother to Sunny, highlighting the challenges and criticisms that come with the role. Jessica feels unsettled, knowing that being a stepmother is difficult and that she would prefer to focus on her own future children rather than taking care of someone else's child. However, she agrees to accept Sunny for the sake of her relationship with Hank and mentions that Sunny would primarily be taken care of by Hank's family. Jessica's willingness to accept Sunny is also influenced by the financial aspect, as she mentions that the monthly allowance for Sunny would not be a significant burden given their incomes. Liberty presents a proposition to Jessica regarding the custody and financial support of Sunny, Hank and Liberty's son. Liberty questions Jessica's willingness to let Sunny share Hank's love and resources with their future child. She argues that Hank's parents would likely favor Sunny, causing potential inequality and difficulties for Jessica's own child. Liberty proposes that she takes custody of Sunny, with Hank only responsible for providing $3,000 a month in child support. She assures Jessica that Hank's attention would shift towards their child once they have one, and Sunny would not be a burden on their family. Liberty emphasizes the financial benefits for Jessica, as she would have access to all of Hank's money in the future once Sunny turns 18 and child support is no longer required. Jessica contemplates the offer, expressing concerns about Liberty's guarantee of no contact between her and Hank after the custody arrangement. She questions Liberty's ability to refrain from interfering in their lives. Liberty maintains that she has a strong case for custody, given her history of caring for Sunny and evidence of abuse by the Browns. She believes Hank stands no chance of winning custody in court. Liberty appeals to Jessica's self-interest, emphasizing the negative societal perceptions and potential legal consequences of her relationship with Hank. She proposes a reduced child support amount of $1,500 per month, with limitations on future financial demands for Sunny's education or wedding. However, Liberty insists that when Hank grows old, Sunny must fulfill his responsibility as a son to support his father. Jessica remains uncertain but agrees to persuade Hank to give up custody if Liberty can guarantee the conditions discussed. Liberty asserts that the judge would likely award her custody based on her involvement in Sonny's upbringing and evidence of abuse. She reaffirms her commitment to negotiating calmly for Jessica's sake, even though she refers to her as a homewrecker and raises the possibility of legal consequences for Hank. Jessica falls silent, allowing Liberty's proposition to sink in. Liberty waits patiently for Jessica's decision, acknowledging that she cannot guarantee Hank's compliance with the arrangement. Liberty convinces Jessica to talk to Hank and persuade him to give up custody of Sonny. Liberty emphasizes the benefits Jessica would gain by marrying Hank and becoming the wife of the manager at Waltham Electronics. She assures Jessica that Hank's currently obsessed with her and that he'll listen to her. Liberty urges Jessica to act quickly and complete the divorce procedures so to secure her future with Hank. Jessica agrees to borrow a laptop and prepare the new divorce agreement. She plans to go out and persuade Hank to give up custody while also ensuring that Liberty receives the agreed upon division of assets before finalizing the divorce. Liberty, cautious and untrusting, insists on receiving her share of the assets before going to City Hall. Jessica realizes the urgency of the situation and the potential consequences if they delay the divorce. She understands that their financial prospects are promising, and they can recover the money given to Liberty within a year. Jessica resolves to convince Hank to relinquish custody and takes it upon herself to carry out this task. Jessica leaves to find Hank and initiate the conversation about Sonny's custody. Hank meets Jessica outside the cafe after their conversation with Liberty. Worried about Jessica's well-being, Hank asks if Liberty did anything to her, and Jessica reassures him that aside from the earlier slap, she wasn't harmed. Hank expresses his determination to protect Jessica from Liberty. As they talk further, Jessica reveals her reluctance to become Sonny's stepmother. She expresses concerns about her ability to treat Sonny fairly once they have their own child, and the potential criticism she might face from others as a stepmother. Hank tries to assure her that Sonny can be sent to live with his parents in their hometown, ensuring their privacy and preventing any interference in their relationship. However, Jessica argues that his parents' ability to care for Sonny is limited, and eventually, Sonny will have to come back to them. Jessica proposes that they give up the fight for Sonny's custody, suggesting that Hank only needs to provide financial support of $3,000 a month. She highlights the benefits of allowing Liberty to raise Sonny and relieve Hank of the responsibilities associated with custody. Jessica mentions Liberty's offer to handle Sonny's future education and marriage expenses as his mother, emphasizing the financial relief it would bring to Hank. Hank remains silent, contemplating Jessica's words and the potential outcomes. Jessica expresses her reluctance to share Hank's love and financial resources with Sonny, Liberty's child. She believes that Liberty, as Sonny's mother, will be better equipped to raise and educate him. Jessica fears that if they fight for Sonny's custody, it will lead to unequal treatment and potential resentment between their future child and Sonny. She also worries about the perceptions of being a stepmother and the challenges of juggling parenting responsibilities. Hank, torn between his duty as a father and Jessica's cries, struggles to make a decision. He's committed taking custody of Sonny due to his promise to his parents but acknowledges Jessica's points. Hank recognizes the challenges of being actively involved in Sonny's upbringing given his busy work schedule. However, he still wants the best for Sonny and hopes for his success in the future. Jessica emphasizes that Liberty, as Sonny's mother, will provide the necessary care and attention, and it will be beneficial for Sonny's development to remain with her. She wants Hank's income to be solely directed towards their own family and worries about the negative implications of being a stepmother. Jessica also highlights the potential difficulties Liberty may face in finding another partner due to her current situation. Eventually, Hank agrees to give up on Sonny's custody, taking into consideration Jessica's perspective and the impact on their future together. He decides to discuss the matter with his parents and seeks their understanding. Jessica agrees to convey this to Liberty and proposes a one-day delay in finalizing the divorce to allow Hank to convince his parents. As Jessica enters the cafe, she encounters Liberty, who has printed the divorce papers with her signature and fingerprints. Hank then approaches Liberty, asking for a day to convince his parents and to meet at the bank entrance the next day to divide their assets as requested by Liberty. They plan to proceed to City Hall for the finalization of the divorce. Liberty and Hank reach an agreement regarding their divorce. Liberty agrees to Hank's request for an additional day to convince his parents to accept their divorce arrangements. Hank receives the divorce papers from Liberty, which include conditions such as destroying all the evidence she has against him and promising not to seek revenge. Though Hank is unhappy about giving up a significant amount of money and custody of their son, he believes he can earn the money back in the future and decides to sign the agreement. Before leaving, Hank asks Liberty about the person who provided her with the evidence against him, but she refuses to disclose the information. Hank receives a phone call from his boss, prompting him to abruptly leave with Jessica. They quickly get into their car and drive away, leaving Liberty behind. Liberty later calls her sister, Serenity, and shares the news of her negotiation with Hank. She reveals that Hank agreed to divide the property as per her request and that she is likely to have custody of Sonny. Serenity congratulates her and asks if Liberty showed Hank the evidence. Liberty confirms that she did and mentions that Hank would not have compromised without it. They discuss meeting up, and Liberty mentions seeing Serenity's car earlier when she went to look for Hank. Serenity expresses surprise that Liberty didn't inform her, as they could have had lunch together. Liberty brushes it off, stating that getting rid of Hank is more important at the moment. The conversation shifts to a DNA test they conducted, and Liberty reveals that they will receive the results soon. However, Liberty expresses a sense of resignation, noting that knowing the results won't change the fact that their mother passed away 15 years ago. The topic becomes emotional for Liberty, and she reflects on her mother, causing her to feel uncomfortable and on the verge of tears. Serenity mentions that Mrs. Stone, their aunt, is having a difficult time accepting the situation. She has been searching for her sister, Liberty's mother, for decades, And now that she has found a clue, it's too late as her sister has already passed away. Serenity shares that Elisa, their cousin, revealed that Mrs. Stone cried all day after leaving Liberty's house the previous day, causing great concern for Elisa and her brothers. Liberty, still feeling emotional, wipes away her tears and thanks the cafe owner for the tissue and comforting words. She reassures the cafe owner that she doesn't regret leaving her abusive and unfaithful husband, but rather, she's reminded of her deceased parents who passed away in a car accident 15 years ago. The cafe owner sympathizes with Liberty's pain and offers words of encouragement before Liberty heads off, mentioning that her son is waiting for her at home. As Liberty prepares to leave on her e-bike, she hears someone calling her name. She turns around and sees Duncan, surprised by their unexpected encounter. Duncan approaches her, and Liberty wonders why she considers herself unlucky today, despite not having collided with his car this time. Duncan asks her why she's not at home taking care of her son since she had taken the day off. Liberty is momentarily taken aback by Duncan's concern and stammers, I just had some personal matters to take care of. She realizes that Duncan is genuinely concerned about her and her son's well-being, which surprises her given their past encounters. Duncan insists that she should prioritize her son's welfare and offers to help if she ever needs anything. Liberty, still skeptical of his intentions, replies, "Thanks for the concern, but I can handle it on my own." She then proceeds to mount her e-bike and prepares to leave. However, as she rides away, she can't help but wonder about Duncan's sudden change in behavior and why he seems genuinely interested in her and her son's lives. Meanwhile, Duncan watches Liberty ride off, a conflicted expression on his face. He realizes that he wants to help her and make amends for his past behavior. He also contemplates the possibility of forming a connection with Liberty and becoming a positive figure in her and her son's lives. The chapter ends with both Liberty and Duncan carrying their own thoughts and emotions, uncertain of what the future holds for their unexpected encounter and whether their paths will cross again. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Voice Novel, and select all from the notification bell, so you will get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. Thank you.